Author Edgar Allan Poe is best known for writing bone-chilling horror stories and mysteries that leave you on the edge of your seat. His story, The Fall of the House of Usher, is one of his most interesting works, seeming to fit perfectly into this horror mystery catalog. In general, I would consider myself to be a pretty big fan of the moodiness that Poe's work seems to have as a general overlying theme. This particular work of Poe's, however, seems to immediately open on a very dark and gloomy note. The story opens with the narrator stating, "During the whole of a dull, dark, and soundless day in the autumn of the year, when the clouds hung oppressively low in the heavens, I had been passing alone on horseback through a singularly dreary tract of country." Another feature of this work that immediately drew me in was the air of mystery that surrounded the story. For example, what was really going on with Madeline? Why is the house so creepy? And overall, why is the Usher family so inexplicably strange? Something I found to be particularly unique about this specific work of Poe's was the connection that Roderick and Madeline had to the physical home. To me, it feels that the siblings' energy was feeding off of the energy of the home in some interesting, weird way. I feel that nothing proves this point more than the fact that when both Madeline and Roderick die, the house seems to seemingly split and crumble, thus no longer existing when the twins no longer exist. If I had to choose one word to describe how reading the story made me feel, I would definitely pick the word uneasy. I just personally feel that there's something very disturbing about the air of mystery and situation that Poe has created within the story. Some things that I found uneasy in this story is the relationship between the twins, Roderick's seemingly very nervous behavior, Madeline being buried alive, and the narrator's horrific response to everything he's witnessed. I find that this text is still very relevant in today's world. For one, in 2023, Netflix released a series under the exact same title, The Fall of the House of Usher. In this show, it details Roderick and Madeline, a pair of siblings, running this pharmaceutical company. And in this show, it details how different family members of theirs seem to die in very mysterious ways. Aside from that, I find that the topic of family secrets and the decay of both mental and physical health, as well as physical existence, such as the house, is a tale as old as time and will always find some way to be relevant. A passage from the story that I found to be particularly interesting states, "At the request of Usher, I personally aided him in the arrangements for the temporary entombment. The body, having been encoffined, we two alone bore it to its rest. The vault in which we placed it, and which had been so long unopened that our torches, half smothered in its oppressive atmosphere, gave us little opportunity for investigation, was small, damp, and entirely without means of admission for light, lying at great depth, immediately beneath that portion of the building in which was my own sleeping apartment." I thought this particular passage from the story was very interesting, as it gave such a detailed and in-depth description of what Madeline felt like to be buried alive. Personally, when reading it, I felt like I was a little bit suffocating, or maybe claustrophobic in some sense. I feel that Poe does a really good job at detailing what it would feel like to be buried alive or suffocating in such a terrible way.